It was about a year ago that we gathered here and heard the story of extraordinary grace and growth and opportunity. And we asked you, the families at St. John's, to prayerfully consider a commitment to our extraordinary campaign. And remember, the commitments came, like over 275 commitments came, and the children, they gave theirs too. And as those commitments came, we made a decision. We made a decision to move forward with a building expansion, but not just about a building expansion. This decision was to expand our ministry, that more children would hear of who Jesus is and who Jesus is for them. And so here we are a year later, and our hearts are overflowing with thankfulness. And I think about where we are today, a year after we made those commitments, and I think about the baptisms that are happening at this place, and nearly 50 baptisms last year. And I think about the children and the adults who are being confirmed, and adults and families who are transferring to our congregation. And then you look out back and you see the mud and the mortar and the bricks, and it's obvious that things are happening here. And as the building continues to grow, what's happening day in and day out? And children come to our mornings with mommy, and children filled our summer camps last year, and increasing enrollment. So many blessings to thank God for as we continue to expand, that more and more are hearing the good news of Christ. As I look back on the blessings of this past year, I think about why. And of course, central to the why question is His love. His love for you individually, His love for us collectively, His love which knows no limits, His love which drove Him all the way to the cross and out of the tomb for you. It's His love which then inspires your love. And it's a beautiful thing to witness here at St. John's. As I see love and concern shown for one another, as I see love shown in time being spent and offerings being given and dedicated services, as you continue to come here week in and week out to hear about His love which inspires your love. It's also a time for us to talk about your support of this ministry. As I think back to the 6 months into this year, this giving year, and support of the regular ministry opportunities here at St. John's and through our church body, it's just been overwhelming to see that support. And then I think about the extraordinary gifts. So we're about a year into this, and at the time of this recording, over $1 million have actually been received towards this project. It really excites me as I think about all that the Lord continues to pour out through you, and as we look forward to the next year and the years to come, and how God continues to work in our hearts to support this ministry. It brings me great joy. And I invite your participation in Extraordinary. If you're newer to St. John's or you haven't committed yet, talk to one of the pastors, talk to Mr. Van Helden, and we'd love to talk to you about the commitment process. And if you have committed, we ask that you would continue to prayerfully consider your gifts as we stretch towards fulfilling those commitments by March of 2025. I think about the few families who joined and started St. John's way back in 1890, and think about the Lord's hand of blessing through the different buildings, and you think about our property on Grand Avenue, and there's so many memories there, and then the decision to move forward in faith with the expansion on this campus, with the school and this beautiful church behind me, and the Lord's faithfulness to us. I think about the hymn that our school children are singing week in and week out this year. Christ will hold me fast. That's a promise for you. That's a promise for the children in our school and for a generation that's not even born yet. God's promise is to bless the preaching of His saving name, and He will hold us fast.